So here's what's going on here. This is the first cooking video that I've ever done. Also, this angle is just wild. I can't really see what's happening up here. So if this looks bad, that's on me. But it is what it is for the video. So I've been cooking every country's national dish and posting the photos on my Instagram just for fun. Just like a fun side project. And everyone keeps asking me, "Oh, Chris, what's the recipe? Give me the recipe, blah, blah." It's a lot of work. And then people are like, "Why don't you make videos about this? You already make videos about like other things. Just film yourself cooking." So this is as lazy as it can get. I got a head mount on my cell phone. It's taking up most of my field of view. I'm talking with my hands far too much, right? Because I don't know what this looks like. Anyways, I started with China here. I'm starting with China because I'm already like 40 countries in. And I'm circling back to China because they don't have an official national dish, right? Some say Peking duck. They don't really have one because they're too big, right? Too many regions of food culture. So I was like, okay, well, let's do all 8 regions of food culture, right? Let's just do all 8 of them. If there's 8 main areas, we'll do 8. Easy enough. So I'm starting with Shandong. Don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm doing braised prawns, right? So to tell you right now, all the videos that I watched were in Mandarin. Translating was hard. No one used consistent amounts of ingredients. Everyone's recipe was different, but kind of similar. So I'm copying them. One thing that I don't have that's the same as most people was shrimp with shells on them. They didn't have the heads, they didn't have the feet, they didn't have the veins. They just would leave the shell on, and they'd eat it with the shell. I don't like shrimp shell. I'm not doing it, and I have headless shrimp. I'm doing my best with the information that I can find. So we're starting off by adding oil into the pan. Right, actually, I'm gonna do some more oil. So I'm probably gonna save this stuff after because it looks really good. I like chili oil. So that pan was too big for this, right? Because I don't want things sitting on the bottom, and I'm using this pan now. But I think there was water in the bottom of the pan, which is very dangerous. Don't do what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna put this to the side here. Let it get temperature slowly, because like it is plopping and bubbling, because that water is trying to turn into gas and escape. And it is dangerous. Don't do that. Also, this is way too hot. Don't do this either. This has quickly become a tutorial of me giving myself oil burns, because this was a bad idea. But we're here now. We can fix it, right? You can always fix it. Actually, the oil is hot enough. I don't know if you can see in there. The little bubbles coming off. The little bubbles coming off means that the oil's hot enough. Okay, so I'm just checking it. You can use the whole chopstick technique, which is what I was just doing a second ago, where you put the chopstick in there. And if it bubbles, you're good. This is like 325. What we do now is we take some peppercorns. Now, this is the only thing that I got like exact ratios for, but I don't think actually it looks about right. 0.5 to 1 to 3. That's the only thing that everyone consistently said. Yeah, maybe that much. Ooh. Let's throw in a little bit more. I like my stuff spicier. This is exclusively vibe-based cooking, it seems. Alright, then we're just gonna let that go for a couple minutes. They didn't really specify. They said these shouldn't change color. Just let them go for a little while. After a few minutes, this is where shit's about to get real bubbly, right? See, look at that. Look how much that's bubbling. Watch out. Watch yourself while doing this. Because if you add in too much stuff, it's going to boil over. Also, that seems like it's boiling a bit too aggressively. Oh. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't. I swear I cook a lot, guys. I swear I know what I'm doing. I promise. I have some idea. Don't cut the heat whenever you're doing this part. We don't need heat anymore. It's fine. It's hot enough, you know? It's actually probably too hot right now, to be honest, as you see it bubble away. I don't need to do this whole spoon thing. I'll just... oh, so I'm using the whites of green onions, which I'm really bad at explaining things. As you can tell, I'm not made for a cooking show here. We're using the whites of the green onions. The greens, you can use them later. Put them on as garnish, my guy. You can, but they're really good in an omelet. I'm just gonna be honest. That's why they're there. I cut them so they're there, but like, they're not used in this recipe. just the bottoms are. And then you're just gonna let that bubble away. Let that bubble away off the heat for a while. Eventually, it'll be done. It'll be done whenever it's nice and brown. That's how you know. Whenever those green onions are yellowed or browned, the ginger's brown, all that, you know it's done. Then we'll strain it. I'll be back then. Okay, we're back, and if the angle is different, it's because I took the headset off while I was waiting, because it is very uncomfortable. Actually, I made it more comfortable by I put a weight. I took a weight and tied it to the headset with a belt. It's ridiculous. I'm not even kidding. It's just very dumb. So anyways, if you look at this now, they're kind of brown. The ginger's brown. Garlic's wilted and yellow. Oh, not garlic. Green onions are wilted and yellow. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to strain this. Do this over the sink. You will hurt yourself. I promise you'll hurt yourself. Actually, let's not do this over the sink, even though I just said it. You need some in here, right? You need some in your wok that you're going to be cooking your shrimp in. So I'm going to start with doing about that much in there. Then we're going to take see these remnants? Don't put this in your trash. If you put this in your trash right now, it will melt your trash bag and then stick to the walls of the trash can for melting the trash can. I know that from experience making chili oil in the past. So, take it, and you're going to spill a whole bunch of it into the sink, like I just see all that in the sink, like I just said, and that's fine. It is what it is, you know. You can't save it all. And then just keep going. Stop every once in a while. I'm gonna save the rest of this chili oil and probably make other chili oil with it, because I do have, I forgot the name of the peppers, whatever the one that's in chili oil, the little red pepper flakes that are in it. I do have some of that. Wow, I am spilling a lot. You know what? It's fine. Whatever. Who cares? This is very hot. So is that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that jar. You'll burn yourself just really bad. Alright. Back over here. You can see the sheen of oil that I spilt everywhere. Back over here. Grab your nice wok full of oil and heat it back up, because you needed this to be hot, right? It should be hot because you were supposed to use this for the previous thing, but I didn't. So here we are. Oh, you know what else is in this too, by the way? Two things: rock sugar, which I didn't have out earlier, and some people put white pepper in it. Some people, not everybody, some people. I'm going to though, because some people have been. Hold your hand very close to the wok, so if it splatters oil, it burns you. Get it on like a medium-low heat, and you're gonna take your shrimp, and you're gonna put them in there, and you're gonna cook them, right? What? A little shrimp tail. Make sure as much water is out of it as possible before you dump it into hot oil, because that's, you know, how you hurt yourself. Like what I just did earlier. You do that exact thing that I did earlier, don't do that again. So get all these shrimpy boys in there, and you're gonna wash your hand because it is covered in raw shrimp. Don't get it in the oil. Don't get water in the oil. Oh man, that's gonna suck later. Don't get soap in there either. Be careful while you wash. I just got more water in there. Be careful while you wash your hand. Get these bad boys in a flat layer. Once they're mostly done, take a piece of rock sugar, throw it in there. Takes a while. Grab your garlic and just right on in there too. How much garlic? This was like a clove, but I cut some of it off. Not a clove, a whole bulb, but I cut some of it off. That was way less oil than I thought it was gonna be. Either that or I put way more oil in here than I thought I would be. So you're supposed to add some water in here, but these shrimps were very wet. So I'm not going to, because they don't need it. Now, here's where things deviate. This goes in. A good bit of this. This is a Shandong cooking wine. I probably said that wrong. Shaoxing. This is cooking wine. There you go. Read the label. I think it's in shot. I can't tell if this is in shot or not. We're just gonna. People put a lot of this in there. I would say a cup to a half a cup, and then they added in a little bit more water than that. But with how wet this is already, not adding water, we're just gonna. That much. We're gonna add that much. What does it smell like? What does this taste like? Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That is salty. Oh, this is where things get controversial. Some people put soy sauce. Others put salt. Others put MSG. I'm just going to use soy sauce. Like that much. And then once again, some people use white pepper. Others don't. I'm going to mix it on up. Turn the heat down to low. Slam a better lid on it. One that was meant for the wok. I don't have one. But just do better. Once again, everything that I'm saying, just do better than me. Leave it for like, there was no amount of time. I think he said 5 minutes in the translation, but I'm not positive, so I'll be back in 5 minutes. Grab these bad boys, put them in a bowl. Get them out of here. Now that all the shrimp are out, you need this sauce to get thick. So just crank it up to high and boil it down. Those are overcooked. I'm telling you right now, it's overcooked. You probably don't have to do that whole frying phase if you're not using the shell on. That's probably mostly for the shell off, the shell on shrimp. If you keep it moving, the garlic will not burn on the bottom. You just got to keep the whole thing stirring. Also, you might be fogging up. Let me get you in the fog. Let me get you in the action here. Never mind. Let me not get you in the action because that's my entire face. There we go. Now it's looking more caramel brownie. And we take it and we pour it over the shrimp, which I think this is just like mostly oil. So you get a nice plate. I recommend using way bigger shrimp. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, you get a little shrimp pot. This doesn't look too great. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't make these beforehand, right? I just kind of figure it out as I go. Put a little mountain of grunion. Clean up the little bit of juice that you got there. And this is, oh, be more careful with your paper towel. You just did it again. You just straight up did it a second time. That's insane, dude. As you said, be more careful. There you go. That's it. That's the whole thing. I guess I should try it, right? I guess that's how these videos normally end. Yeah, like I said, cook the shrimp a little less because it's definitely overdone. But it tastes delicious. It's sweet. It's gingery. There's a bit of soy. I'm a fan. Way too much oil in this. But it was an oily dish. I'm just going to be honest. When I watched the videos, it always came out oily. This is the first video. They'll probably change as I keep going. There's nothing really to comment. I'm just kind of doing this. I'm just showing you recipes, man. So I'll see you guys next time. Right, you know what? I'm sorry. Like it. I'll see you next time.